fall camp and everything, practice kind of old hat to you, but how's the competition out there? How are the quarterbacks doing?
Yeah, I mean, the defense has really cranked it up competition-wise. I mean, the energy and juice that, JC and Israel bring, and then, Ernest and, Kinlaw, and just a bunch of guys that love playing football. So it's really fun in practice to go against them every single day. And then quarterback-wise, I mean, they're doing great. I mean, Ryan and Carry-On both doing well. Obviously, both have some mistakes, but have made some really good plays too. So, just getting better every day, and I think that's something that everyone can say they're doing on the team.
Jake, is it easy to come out being a senior and everything, and bring it as hard as you can to every play, knowing it's like, well, I've kind of been here before?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, and going back to the competition piece of it, if you're not locked in on every play, you end up, making a mistake, and then you got to hear about it from JC and Israel all day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you really got to bring it every play and win the play, and that's what we talk about is being 1-0 every play, and not thinking of the next one. And that's with our defense. That's the way you got to do it.
Have those guys got you a couple of times already?
Some tip balls that which they don't care how they get it, if it's tipped or not. DJ Wanham does a great job of jumping up and getting his hands on some balls. So I think one got tipped and Matter went to Izzy, and he's doing his dance and jumping up, and it was a fun deal though, just competing, like I said, and having fun.
How much have you seen JC and Izzy affect that group over there because of their attitude and the way they approach things?
Oh man, it's been I'd say that group has seen the biggest transformation since Coach has been here, and I think it's a lot of credit to them, to JC and Israel, and just the attitude that they bring each and every day, and you throw JT in there too, being an older guy that understands the importance of practicing hard. And I think that's the big thing is they bring that attitude each and every day.
How would you describe that attitude? What is it that they bring every day? Is it energy? Is it edge? Is it?
Yeah, just nasty. Like they ran a different coverage, and I wanted to ask JC what are you looking at that play? Man, don't talk to me. And it's just that just fierceness about it, like that he's just competing every day. He'd talk to me in the locker room, but when he's out there, he sees us as the enemy, and it just makes us a lot better.
Have you seen stepping up in the running game, especially with Feaster now in the camp and what he brings to the running game?
Oh, without a doubt. We've hit some long runs in the last few days, and some crucial moments. But really, all the running backs have stepped it up, and I think they've really embraced what Coach Brown is implementing there, and just that kind of just that grind that he brings to practice, and what he expects. They're doing a great job.
How good is Feaster in the passing game, especially when you can get the ball to him in space and use that speed?
Yeah, I mean, he's very natural. He's very natural with the ball in his hand, and that's something that obviously him being at Spartanburg and me growing up there, I've always seen from him, and being able to catch the ball and go score with it. So that's something that he's shown a lot of promise in, is in the passing game.
Is it a little weird to have a Gamecock walking across the Clemson graduation stage today?
I mean, I guess so, but hey, I mean, a college degree, that's big for him, and that's something big. That's we're student athletes, so to go get that degree is awesome. But he's part of our team, and he's a Gamecock now, and we've embraced that, and he's came in and worked hard.
Jake, not throwing blame around for anybody last year, but how much will it help you to have a consistent, strong running game, especially in the red zone?
Oh, I mean, it'll help a lot. And I think the whole team knows that. I think the whole team knows the importance of a running game. I mean, the linemen want to run it in. They love protecting and throwing the ball in, but they want to run it in, and that's something that they take a lot of pride in.
I get the feeling from Coach Werner that he doesn't consider field goals a success in terms of a drive.
Yeah.
What's your view on a field goal versus a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, I think mindset-wise, getting in the red zone, you want to get points. You want to get points for sure, but we'd rather take it out of the kicker's hand and just let him knock the extra point through and let us do the work and score the touchdown. And I love Parker, and I have full confidence that he will make it if he has to. But I'd rather us get it in there and let him. He still gets to kick it. He just kick it for 1 point instead of 3.
Jake, how often do you think about your legacy here, or at all? I mean, going not maybe in each game, but this days in camp. Do you think about what you got to leave?
I think about it more from the fact of just trying to set an example for Ryan and to carry on of how it's like to practice and go about watching film of practice and just trying to get better. I think about it more that way, more than numbers or like that, and just what I can leave on the field, and leadership wise for them.
You and Brian. Well, Brian has said, about his assault on the record books. Well, records are nice, but I want wins.
Yeah.
What do you say since you kind of?
It's exactly the same. And if we don't win, none of that really means anything. And that's our goals, is to win. And all the I think all the individual goals and stuff will take care of itself if we go win football game.
Looking back at some of the struggles, just offensively as a whole, last year, was there one thing that you said I can do better than that, and some of the guys can do better with them? Was there one thing that you said that's what I got to work on?
Oh, I mean, I think the obvious thing is the turnovers, especially in the red zone, and just being smart with it. And like I just said, having full confidence in Parker to go knock it through. And, whether or not it was, my fault or something was tipped or not, I throw the ball every play. So I take full responsibility for all the interceptions last year, and that's something that obviously we've worked on and that we've grinded it out, and it's been a lot better through camp, and it was a lot better through spring and through this camp. I'm just really excited about it.
How easy is it or tough is it to know that maybe that pick really wasn't your fault, but you do have to kind of take responsibility for it? And
yeah.
I mean, how do you approach maybe the guy who dropped it or had one clang off his hands?
Yeah, I mean, I think internally, it kind of sucks a little bit. You beat to play quarterback and to play the position, you can't let that be shown. You can't let that be shown to that receiver because they see that you're upset and they're going to get down, and then it just has a negative effect on the whole team. So what I do, I run right up to him. Hey man, I got to throw it better. Put it on me. Let all the negative be on me, so he knows that he needs to go make a play next time.
You're kind of hitting on it before, just talking about the competitive nature of this camp. Is it the toughest it's been in 4 years for you so far, just battling against the other group?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, it's one of those things where the windows are small. I mean, Israel, especially in JC, but Israel just being so long, man, it's hard to get it around them. It's just they're the two great guys back on the outsides making us better, and I'm just glad I don't get hit by Kinlaw and DJ. So that makes it nice.
Yellow jersey comes.
Yellow jersey comes in handy a lot.
What's the tempo been like this week, I guess, of camp compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean it's been good, and I think in our tempo periods when it's designed to go tempo every play, it's been really good. But I think we continue to go faster. We've at times I think we're thinking a lot, trying to think about the play and line up and kind of slowing us down a little bit. But that comes with reps. The more reps we get, the faster we'll be able to go.
Is it a little weird to just look over and see a guy the size of Izzy matched up against a wide receiver? Usually I'm sure you see receivers a little bit taller than DB at least, but just to see someone that tall kind of standing over a guy.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look around, football now, it's just kind of the way all corners are going. It's the big long guys that can get their hands on people and be physical, and like I said, to have them two out there, it definitely creates some problems for us, but it's making us a whole lot better being able to have them, and for me, knowing where and where not to throw it going against them.
Jake, I saw you did what you normally did and said, bye-bye Twitter for the season. During the year, how easy is it to ignore all of that stuff? I mean, do you even look at Twitter, look at the newspapers, the radios? Do you read anything about the games and your performances?
About the whole thing. The first week or so, week and a half, 2 weeks, it's hard. I mean, it's hard. It's something that we naturally do as people, is looking on our phones and kind of just that addiction to social media. So being able to get away from that, the first couple weeks you think you're missing out on stuff. You're like, oh, what are they doing, whatever. But then once you really separate yourself from that, you're able to focus more on what's important, and that's winning football games. And as long as that stays the center of it, I think during the season, it's really easy to stay away from it. It's just you keep that mindset of just winning football games is the most important thing.
Jake, what are some good traits of a good red zone offense?
Shoot, 100% points, and whatever whether it's 7 or 6 or 3, 7 or 3, is 100% points, and that's something that we talk about when we get down there. We want to get points every single time.
I think Coach Warner talked about being able to run the ball better down there. Do you think that'll help with you guys in terms of the passing game, being able to kind of open things up? Because I know things get condensed down there a little bit. How good is the running game?
You got 7, 6 DBs in there. You got 4 receivers, so there's a bunch of people in there. So if we can punch it in and run the ball, it makes my job easier. But we got to be able to do both. We got to be able to do both, and that's something that we're working on. We actually had red zone today and did in goal line today and did a great job offensively of finding ways to get in the box. So did a great job today.
Really, what has kind of stood out with Jamie Robinson when you've gone against him?
Yeah, I mean, similar to JC and Israel, you kind of see him have that same attitude about himself. He wants the ball thrown at him, and that's something that that I see from him being a young guy. When he got here, he was saying that, hey, man, throw it at me. Throw it at me. He wants to go make a play. And that's something that I see from him, just a real bright future in that position, and just being able to go get the ball.
Are you seeing him mostly at nickel, some safety, or where's he kind of lining up?
A little bit of both. Trying to find the best fit for him, but he looked good at both.
What do you think of Chandler Carroll's New Jersey number and position?
He
And
looks good, man. He looks good. The gloves on, a little towel. We were talking about it last night, joking about it. He said he looked good. But no, he's doing a great job of being able to move the line of scrimmage. Everybody thinks about matchups on the outside with corners and receivers, but get a big guy in there on a defensive end that's maybe a little smaller. That's a matchup problem as well for them. So he's doing a great job of moving the line of scrimmage for us.
At any point has he split out in that new role?
No, not much. But we're working on it though. He actually in routes on air, he does. I guess he has, and he looked good. He's actually pretty natural catching the ball. I don't think maybe he wasn't born to be a lineman. Maybe he was born to be a receiver and just ate too much. I'm just kidding. I can say that keeps him a friend.
What's been your impression of Feaster so far, and how much you think he can help you?
Yeah, I think it'll be a big addition for us, and just especially in the passing game. I think that comes really natural to him, is catching the ball and going to make a play with it. And I think he's made our whole running back group better. And Rico and Mon have really stepped up and looking good as well.
You mentioned taking care of the ball and cutting down on the interceptions. Do you find yourself in the early stages of camp throwing it out of bounds more, taking a quote-unquote sack, hitting the check down more? Is that something you find yourself doing?
I mean, I think of those three, I think throwing it away and hit the check down are the biggest two. We really never want to take a sack. And, throwing the ball away or hitting the check down can eliminate that. It's just going through progressions, just making smart decisions. And that's something that we've stressed on and done a better job at.
Are there certain goals you have going into the scrimmage?
Take care of the ball, number one, and explosive plays, number two, and being able to push the ball down the field and attack the defense. And those two things, explosive plays come with more of a risk of interceptions being just deep balls down the field, but it's also making a smart decision. If something's not open, going checking it down, and just being smart with the ball.
What kind of cook is Donnell Stanley?
What kind of cook is Donnell? Donnell can whip it up now. We actually had a lineman quarterback cookout the other day, and before camp, and he had his big old fish fry, the big old thing. It was funny, man. He turns on his country music, and he just gets to cooking, starts sweating. He got a little towel, but he can cook it up.
Does he have a specific towel? Is it just a cooking towel?
Nah, he don't care. He don't care. Whatever's there, he just uses it. He cooks it up.
Did he catch the fish?
Shoot, probably. I don't know if he did that day, but shoot, he would. He would do it. He did it before.
What's your favorite uniform combination?
Oh man, away or home game?
Doesn't matter.
Don't matter.
Ultimately favorite.
Oh man, I like the all white. I think the all white is fresh. I know Larry doesn't like it though, especially on grass fields. Yeah, get the paint all over the pants, and he's up all night, getting it out. And I appreciate Larry, but when we wear the white pants, he don't like it too much. But
That's why you got to avoid all the sacks, right?
stay clean. Exactly. Yeah, I'll stay clean. Don't worry about my jersey.
Thank you, Jake.
Yes, sir.
to carry on. Improved throwing the ball. Coach Warner said he's come a long way these last few months.
Oh, he has, most definitely. I think it comes from getting strong in the weight room, upper body wise and core wise, and being able to implement his core better when he throws. And mechanically, he's gotten a lot more sound, and that's something that was really important to him. Is coming off of, the season, is he knew he had to improve in that to have a chance to take that that backup role, and I think he's done a great job of improving in that, and just looks a lot better.
It's like watching those two guys battle it out.
I mean, it's really cool. It reminds me a lot when I got here, just every single day they're locked in, and it's fun for me because, it just see how much they want it, and it makes me want it even more too, and have that same energy that they're bringing, and it's really fun.
What have you seen out of Xavier Leggett, I guess, through the first week and a half of camp or so?
Yeah, man, I'd say as far as right now, he's probably been the biggest. And not surprised, because when we got here during the summer, we saw he had flashes of that he could be pretty good. But just being able to come in and get the plays and go make plays on the ball and just looked really good. He's looked really good. And I think he's going to help us this year for sure.
How hard is it to learn? I know you're not a wide receiver, but just to learn the receiver position and the different things that they're asked to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting here and if you're told to learn X or told to learn Z, I think it's easy. But when you're a guy like Josh or Shai that move around, that's when it gets kind of hard. And I try to help them a lot and understand concepts, not plays. If it's a drive concept, learn the concept, not necessarily what I got on this play. And I think it gets easier that way because then they can move around and understand it a little better.
Where's he been repping mostly?
Oh, Xavier,
Yeah.
outside, yeah. And he's really looked good.
What is the drive concept?
So you got you got a shallow coming across with a dig behind it, and just reading the underneath the fender right there. If he takes the shallow, take the dig. Pretty simple, and that's something kind of first play you kind of learn when you get here. So it's pretty good. Yes, sir. Good.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.